Hey guys, Reiki Flyer here, aka Weston. So I'm over here at the University of Colorado Hospital. Um, sorry, I was eating a donut. And I walk into the place because I'm having some skin issues and I'm not sure if it's Ascension symptoms or what's going on, but they're very different than what I've experienced before. And I wanted to get tested for multiple things. Um, and right when I walked into the property, like every single person's wearing a mask, of course. I'm the only one that does not wear a mask. So I'm getting looked at like I'm this devil person. So that was the first thing. And then I walk up to the seventh floor and I go in to see my doctor, well, which wasn't my doctor this time. He starts questioning me, and I tell him, that I've been homeless for 2 years basically, with a little bit of a break in between, but I experienced a lot of skin issues, like crazy, stupid things, from scabies to all kinds of skin issues. My whole life I've experienced skin issues, but I'm starting to get white patches on my, there's one right there if you can see that, white patch here, and I'm starting to get all these little bumps all over me, and also I'm getting like holes in my body, which is insane because obviously something's wrong. And he says because I was homeless for 2 years, I probably was just scratching myself and addicted to it or something. So I told him that I would like to be tested for STDs and whatever gonorrhea, syphilis, whatever staph infections, all that fun stuff that could happen to your skin. So he basically leaves for a little bit after making fun of me and telling me that I don't know how to, I'm going a little bit overboard and I don't know how to analyze my own body. And he leaves and comes back and then he says, "Hey, after looking at your information, I did notice there was some tests that were done, and I think we should go ahead and give you some erythromycin." I was like, "What for?" And he's like, "For chlamydia." And I'm like, "How do you know I have chlamydia all of a sudden?" I haven't been sexual for like over 90 days, and pretty sure that I don't take medication, my HIV meds, all that fun stuff for a reason, because I don't need it. And you're gonna try to give me erythromycin when I don't even know if I have chlamydia or whatever the hell he said. So he's like, "Well, and it's also for gonorrhea." Like, do you think I have everything? Like, do I have every single problem and sexual disease because I'm gay or whatever his issue was? So, aside from that, I told him no, I will not take the erythromycin. I would like to do the test first. And he has the audacity to say, "Well, what are we going to do, or what do you want me to do?" He says, "when assuming the tests for the syphilis comes back negative." Like, excuse me? What do you mean assuming the test comes back negative? Like, we need to do the tests and have them come back negative before we assume that anything else. So he's trying to make me like, he's like, "What do you want me to do for you?" And basically his thing was he wanted to try to get me to take some stupid hydroxine HCl stuff, which is for people that have allergy issues, but also it helps with anxiety, which I already knew that. But no, I'm not going to take another medication. I don't take medication, and I told him that originally. He knows that. And let's see, about 2 years ago, I stopped taking my HIV medication and no longer have any type of detectable viral load, or my CD4 count's pretty high, and I've never gotten sick, definitely don't have COVID, and whatever's going on with my skin, he wants to like give me all this other crap and basically tell me I'm stupid. And the fact that I was homeless for 2 years, that I probably just have an addiction to itching myself, scratching myself. He said itching. I don't think that's a thing, but um, yeah. So I don't know what you guys think about that, but spiritually and intuitively and energetically, I know my body, and I know there's something wrong with my skin. I don't know what it is, and I just wanted to do some tests. And I don't even like coming to the doctor or the hospital because I get this type of stuff. And he's probably like making fun of me behind my back now. I could kind of sense it when he was talking to the nurses. But the funny thing is, he made this little comment. He's like, "Well, it's probably just because you stopped taking your meds." That's why you're having all these problems, and you just probably have a lot of bad luck in your whole life. Rude, 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 rude. Who says that as a person anyway? To say you probably just have a ton of bad luck in your life always. Thanks. You think I'm not born on Friday the 13th and I don't know about the situations? There's no such thing as bad luck or good luck. There's just situations and lessons. So, Mr. Whoever you were, not my Dr. Starr at University of Colorado Hospital, I don't care if I'm spiritual and you think I'm crazy. You cannot be rude to me. And I'm a very intelligent person. And for you to make statements the way you did, and you're a doctor, I don't really see how you've gotten it this far. I really don't. But it's not about insulting you. I appreciate you doing the best you could with the type of person I am. But I think you should probably wake up a little bit because there's a lot more of us out there. And we're not crazy. We know what's going on. We're very intuitive. We're very detailed. We can basically see everything going on around us and other people and right in front of your nose, and you can't even see anything. So soon, I can't wait till fifth dimensional energy shows up, because these 3Ds, I call them 3Ds, I love you guys, but these 3D bitches, oh my god, they're killing me left and right. Everywhere I go, they're surrounding me, and they're going insane, and they're being crazy, and they're pushy, and they're rude, and they're mean, and they're very unempathetic, and I'm becoming that way a little bit. I'm trying not to be, because I know that's the test. They have to release their crap. I won't mention who, but I got also into a situation where this person got violent with me because I would not murder a black widow outside that was in another building that wasn't even, people weren't even using, and I have nothing to do with that spider. First of all, I don't kill things, nor do I kill spiders, especially because they've always been my message giver, or they've always been my messengers. They give me all kinds of messages, which is crazy, but they do. And he's never seen Charlotte Webb, obviously, because we learned a big lesson from Charlotte. And I'm glad we did, because these people, violent, pick me up, throw me out, whack me around a little bit, just because I wouldn't murder a black widow for that person. And they don't think they have souls, but guess what the spider said through my psychic connection with it or whatever. The very first spider I've ever had a connection with, it told me, I have a soul, and just because I'm little and you think I'm threatening to you doesn't mean you can just crush me, because just because I'm given a little bit of poison and I might be able to hurt you for a little bit, I have a higher purpose, and you don't even know, and you don't think I have a soul, but guess what, I do. And you know what I did with that spider? I saved him, and I took him outside, and he came back 2 weeks later and said thank you. Another spider lesson, I had one that was in the bathtub. It was trying to get out, and it was like, oh my god, I need to get out. And I've told this story a little bit, but I just looked at it, and I was like, ugh, that one's gross and ugly. And so I was a hypocritical person, because at that point, the next morning when I got up, the spider was gone. And little behold, I asked my dad what happened to the spider, and he said, oh, I don't know, what spider? And so I knew he was lying instantly, but proof came out when I found the spider crushed under the bathroom mat. And guess what? That poor spider just wanted to get out of the bathtub or out of the bathroom, one of the two. And it wasn't going to do a thing to harm us, but my dad killed it. So I didn't even save its life. I let it get stuck in the bathtub. It wanted out, that's all it wanted. And then it got killed, so I was responsible for that, in a sense. So if you see somebody in need and they're laying on the ground, or anything that they need that looks like they're in dire need of help, or anything that you can stop and say, hey, do you need help? Please do, because like the spider, and walking away from the situation saying, oh, that guy needs help, what a poor guy, he's ugly though, or he's scary, or just whatever, and you don't care, you just leave because you're busy, you might be responsible for that murder of that person, or death, or something horrible. Or you might be responsible for the saving of lives. You choose. Spiders teach you very big lessons. Little did anybody know, but they do. So, I know I'm in a weird personality right now. Blah. I'm like in a meltdown, actually. And my dogs have been sensing it, and the doctor probably thought I was insane because, of course, we are insane because we're spiritual and, conspiracy realists, I like to call us. But I will do one thing. I thanked him and I appreciated him. And I said, I'm sorry for getting overworked with your statements that you made, and I appreciate what you're doing here. But I will still spread the love, but I will not let people say whatever they want and get away with it without saying something or standing up for it. So you can be spiritual and still have a mouth and stick up and get loud, because that's what you should be doing. Because if you don't, nothing is going to shock these people into being like, whoa, somebody actually stood up for this crap that's going on. So, I'm always the squeaky wheel. I will always be the squeaky wheel. I'll always throw myself in front of a crowd of people to save them. And I don't want to be considered a martyr, but I purposely do these things to help people because they don't help themselves usually. And nothing will change unless you make that change. So, one person can change the world, one spider can change the world, one spirituality, and all of us can change the world. I love you guys. Keep posting comments and questions and checking out all the information that I've been providing. I also have some things coming up with Soul Energizers, the new business that I've been creating, and also Rainbow Reiki World, Naked Reiki Boys, and the numerology box. So you can see some classes coming on numerology here soon, and you can get your 55-page numerology report on Udemy. I'll be posting the links for that as well. And keep strong, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, and everyone else around, because the 144,000, we are here, and we're much bigger than that number. And guess what? Heaven on earth, fifth dimensional energy, December 20th or 21st. No, I was trying to rhyme. Anyway, I know people think I'm crazy when I tell them that December 20th is the day. It is the day. Source confirmed, Pleiadians confirmed, spiritual people been confirming it left and right, and Archangel Michael, all of them. December 20th is the grand galactic event where we finally get to go to that fifth dimension and stay there. We don't have to go back no more. No more of this 3D jumping around crap. 4D, 3D, 5D. Too much. Not happening anymore. I'm gonna try to stay in 5D, but I'm really surrounded. And I know you feel that way too. You can hear by my voice. And everything that's happening, situations and crazy stuff, is just out of control chaos. But out of chaos, everyone knows what comes from chaos. Order and prosperous wonderfulness, energy of love and everything else. So have gratitude, send love to people, do your work, keep working on your minds, keep meditating, keep making your subconscious work its little self by turning off your little monkey minds. And I'll be also posting here soon some breathing techniques that allows you to awaken the 5 other chakras that are above your head here: soul chakra, star chakra, and so on. There's 5 other ones that are above you, and those are actually connected to your higher self. The higher you go, the higher self you are. So I know I've connected somewhat, but I'm starting to do some work on the 5 other 5 other balls of energy that's floating above us always. And as soon as I do that, things are going to change. Things are going to change even more, like always. Peace, love, and unity and respect. That's plural, like the old raver boys used to say. Love you guys. Love and light. I know I'm crazy, but just being crazy and fun, because we need fun and laughing and insane. Goodbye.